If this was 1/2 negative, this would be neither. Because if I flip this over, what do I get? 2/1 or 2, right? And it would be same exact thing. Yes, it has to be the same number. So anytime you have perpendicular, you will definitely have one of them be positive, one of them is negative. And then they just have to be reciprocals. Parallel, they have to be the exact same number. Exact same. And then if it's neither one of those cases, then it's neither.
But the slope has to be the same?
Exactly the same. To be parallel,
Yeah.
those are parallel.
Okay, I confused it.
Right? Those are parallel. Okay, graph both of these. You know, I was thinking about this. I'm not sure that I actually went through this. Do you all remember going through this? I don't think we did. Let's scrap number 5. Just scratch it out, okay? Number 6. I give you a line. This is a problem where you have to think a little bit. I did not give you one like number 6. All right, but I'm covering it right now. So, I mean, we have everything we need to answer this question. It says, hey, look, find the equation of a line that's perpendicular to this line and passes through this point. So think about it this way. I'm giving you the y-intercept, aren't I? I'm telling you at 0, -6, that the line we're looking for must go through here, right? It must go through that point. But it has to be perpendicular to this line.
So we just choose the...
So you know the y-intercept, and to get the slope, all you have to do is change that, right? To what? To be perpendicular to this, what would the slope have to be? -3, right? -3 or 3/-1, however you want to look at that, right? So this line right here, if I want to be perpendicular to it, let me come up with the function right here. I need to be perpendicular to this, so I'm going to flip that number over and change the sign. So it's -3x. And then I need it to go through this point, so I need my y-intercept to be -6, so I just put -6 here. And that is the equation of the line that would be perpendicular to this and go through that point. You'll see how I'm doing that? What if I had said parallel? What if I said, hey, find the equation of a line that's parallel to this through this point?
The slopes have to be the same.
Slopes would be the same, so I would change that to a positive 1/3. Now on the test, I promise you that this number I give you, this right here will always be the y-intercept, right? So you're just going to take whatever number is here and just put it here. All right, I'm running out of time, so... Okay, on number 7, you'll have to look off the review because I can't draw that picture. This is the one where I give you a picture of a graph and I ask you some information. So for number 7, part A, it says find f of 3. So on your graph, you're supposed to go to 3. It's really hard to see where 3 is on this graph, but can anyone see? Can anyone tell? What does it look like to you? F of 3 is what? It's the value of the function at 3. 5. Yeah, it's 5. So we're looking at this graph. I'll do a rough sketch of it. It goes like this. And it looks like this is 2. I don't know, 1 is somewhere over here. At 3, you come up here, and if you look at that, I don't know, it's somewhere over here. It looks like that's 5. So at 3, the y value is 5. That answers part A. And then what is the value of the function at 2? 0, because at 2, you're right here on the y-axis, or on the x-axis. So your y value is 0. And then it says, for what value of f would the function be equal to 6? So you go up to 6. Here's 6. and you look, there's actually 3 places it happens. Do y'all see that? Happens here, here, and here. There's 3 places that the function is equal to 6. Now, it's hard to tell what they are. On the test, I'll make sure you can tell. But what your answers would be here are whatever these x values are. Like I said, on the test, I'll make it so you can easily see what those x values are. So you would have more than one answer there.
And for that, we just put like separated with commas.
Yeah, separate with commas. Yeah. So like, let's say you had this. Let me just show you, because that graph is really hard to read. What if I had this? Let's say this is 6 up here. What if I had a graph that did this? And I told you this was 6 there, 6 there, 6 there. And let's say that this came down. Let's say that answer was 5. Let's say here that came down, that was 1. And let's say over here this came down and that was, let's say, -2. Right? So then if we wanted to know where is the function equal to 6, right, our answers would be -2, x equals -2, comma 1, comma 5. That's the way you'd write it. Okay? Okay, now there's still 2 problems on here. The sketching of the functions, number 8, number 9, those are quadratic functions, and I don't have time to do them. But you should have this in your notes. This is where we went through the steps. I'll remind you of what the steps are for 8 and 9. Remember, these are quadratics, not polynomials. So first step is, does it open up or down? Second step, find the vertex. Third step, quick sketch to figure out how many x-intercepts you have. Fourth step, find your x-intercepts if you have them. You do that by either factoring or using quadratic formula. Fifth step, you find the y-intercept. Sixth step, you draw your final graph. All right, so you're going to have to go back and review that on your own. I apologize. Also, remember, you can go to Desmos. Do you remember me telling you about that website, Desmos? For numbers 8 and 9, if you just go to Desmos and type those in, it'll graph it for you and you can check your answer, right? Because it'll actually show you what the vertex is. You just hover your mouse over the top point. It'll show you where the x-intercepts are. So that's a good way to check your work, okay? All right, everybody have a good weekend. Study, be ready on Monday. The test will not be this long, okay? I would not expect it to be this long. It'll be, so, you know, time-wise, you should have enough time to finish the test, all right?
Sir, what's the formula for the number 10, like the time?
The time?
B, T,
Oh, like that formula? Like the master formula we use? You're talking about this one?
yeah, that's
This thing? Oh, okay. This is the formula. I'm not sure if you're just asking me to write it again. Is that what you're
Because I
talking?
didn't have it, I didn't write it down.
Oh,
That's why.
that's it.
And what's the one for H and, because it's the same one.
H
we're gonna end up
is
doing
negative b over 2a, and k is f of h. Why didn't you write it down?
I don't know, but I was trying to look for it, but I only
Okay.
had H and K.
Oh, so you do have that formula.
Yeah, I have it, but I
Okay.
don't have the DT.
Okay, got you. Let me turn my camera off because I'm still, you're not on camera, but your voice is. Now you're on camera.